Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L today. Got some more Guild Wars for you guys. And of course, before we begin, the joke of the day from Icarus. I fell on a packet of Kleenex and I thought I'd broken my leg. Thankfully, it was only soft tissue damage. Oh god, I don't know what's worse, actually. Would you rather break a bone, or would you rather have soft tissue damage? Oof. They both sound pretty bad, actually. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and move on into the first match over here. A lot of these teams are actually not very favorable for what I'm trying to showcase today, so let's hope that it works out, right? For the first team, we have Ron, Emma Landy, and Light Aiden, right? Savior Aiden. Into this team, I need to bring Zio, because he's the only way I can really speed contest this Ron. So we're gonna hope to push him back or silence him or something so that he doesn't do stuff. If he gets silenced, hopefully he doesn't RNL, that'd be fantastic. Here's my Astromancer Elena, so she is going to be in this fight too to prevent counterattacks from the Landy and the Aiden. She's on Unseen Observer as well for the combat readiness gain and also just for the extra soul so she can soul burn. Not that it really matters because hopefully Leica will kind of do her job. Leica is on book, actually, Architect Leica, so I got her from the Headhunt event. She was the ML5 that I wanted the most, and I selected her. She's currently on a Speed Torrent build. I tried to find a crit set, but I'm apparently very much lacking in crit sets, so I only managed to get her to around 260 something speed. I know some of you people out there have 270, 280, 290 speed Leicas. I can't do that. This is essentially like my best speed gear, so if you want to take a look at the quality of the gear that I have on her right here, it is essentially like the best DPS speed gear I have. I don't really have much better without getting like imprints on her, I guess, for attack, so I can maybe get some more crit rate. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I can manage. Architect Leica, we're going to try to use her to one-shot the Landy. Hopefully we penetrate a bunch of defense here, but we'll try to go for her. If we get lucky, we'll one-shot her. I just want to see what she does into anti-crit here. I think Guild Wars is a pretty safe way to test it. Also, everyone's defense teams basically look the same, so I didn't want to fight Ocean Breeze Luluka with her. That's terrible. But speaking of which, for the bottom team, Ocean Breeze Luluka, Karina, and Abyssal Euphine. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a full light team. Going to have some fun with Spez. So Arwell's over here, she's on Team Imprint, helping everybody out with some extra health. She'll be pretty good for just keeping everyone alive here. Solitaria as well, she's 270 speed. She'll be pretty good for just kind of controlling the Karina, I hope. Early on, and hopefully Spez can come in and do some killing, but we'll see. My Spez is pretty bulky, but mostly there for damage, sacrifices some speed for it, but he should be okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. If the opponent gets lucky, they get lucky and they crit Spez, and then we die. But let's hope that doesn't happen here. Alright, so we're gonna go for the Ron. Hopefully, please, hopefully push back. If he 15%s this, we lose. Okay, there we go. Alright, so Leica's Soul Burn ignores res, but what she does is she has a 100% chance to spell 2 buffs, and she inflicts target for 2 turns. She'll grant immunity to herself, and anyone with target, she penetrates the defense by 80%. Now she gains 50% combat readiness from using her S2, but she gains another 50 if she lands a target debuff. Now the S3 is an AoE. She does get an attack buff before she uses the AoE, so she can get away with a little lower damage stats, I guess. Oh, wait, what? Alright then. I wasn't planning on critting Aiden. She legitimately had anti-crit on her too, so we bypassed 2 50-50 checks and killed her, and we crit Emma Landy. Guess Smallgate wants to sell Emma Leica for the custom Mystic summons that are that are out, right? Yeah, so that's interesting. How do I play this? I think what I'll do is I'll just go for an S1, right? Because Ocean Breeze Luluka's gonna go anyway, so she's gonna cleanse with an S2. So everyone gets stunned here. It's unfortunate that he cleanses, but it's okay. Let's go for an S3 onto the Karina. Let's see if we can stun her. My Arwell has about 100 effectiveness with her effectiveness buff. So if we can hit her here, fantastic. So now Spez doesn't get a ton of damage on him. That is good. Let's go for an S2 here. We're going to try to extinct the Euphine as soon as possible, I think. I think we're probably going to have to do that. Let's go for an S2, or S3 onto the Karina. Try to stun her so that when we kill the Euphine, I don't want the Karina to, pop off. Although I don't think that's going to be happening here. Let's go ahead and hit the Ocean Breeze Luluka. Oh, I should have hit the Karina there. We would have gotten some combat readiness, but it's okay. We're gonna extinct the Abyssal Euphine. It's fine. Karina's gonna pop off, but hopefully we can stop her with the Solitaria. Let's go for an S1. Try to strip some of these buffs. Good. No defense buff here is gonna drastically reduce the damage she'll do. And unbuffable. A little late here, but it's fine. Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe Leica just completely obliterated the first team. I was not expecting that to happen. Yeah. We didn't even get to... Astromancer Elena didn't even do anything. It was just a 2v3. But that's essentially what it boils down to, right? If you're using Leica in something like RTA, you're essentially using her to change the match from a 4v4 to a 3v4. And boy is she effective at that. She eliminates one of the opponent's units. Could eliminate multiple if they have squishy units as well, right? Let's say they have a Spectre Tenebria hiding in the back of, I don't know, a tank or something. You can target debuff the tank, obliterate them with an S3, and you'll probably kill the Spectre Tenebria along the way, because she's typically pretty squishy. So yeah, she's actually really, really good. Hopefully we'll be able to use her in RTA soon. I'm borrowing some gear right now for the showcase, taking stuff from Tempestern, Kisei, Watcher Shuri, a lot of characters, but there's some characters I don't typically use, so maybe we can get away with it. Alright, but we should be able to clean this Luluka up with the Spez S3. Pretty clean here. So Spez, one of the best units in my opinion to counter Abyssal Euphine, especially ones with Holy Sacrifice or on a revive team, right? They're really annoying to deal with. But yeah, that was pretty clean. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into the second battle here. Going up against the bottom tower, and this team looks really annoying. It's mostly because of the fact that it doesn't allow me to really easily Leica everybody here, but we'll try our best. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with these matches, so we're not going to be using Spez into all of these teams up here. You guys see that Spez works, but Lethe is also a really great option into Abyssal Euphine and Karina. Not only does she have a good matchup into both of them, but she's also carries Extinction, right? Which kind of lets you play around the Abyssal Euphine's potential Holy Sacrifice, right? My Lethe isn't the best. She's on some pretty bad gear, and her Prayer of Solitude's only a +15, because I only managed to buy one from the powder shop. I summoned, I think, 7 off-banner artifacts trying to chase it, which never actually happened, which is sad, but yeah. Anyway, Elvira here is gonna prevent the Abyssal Euphine from kind of doing anything to us, so we'll be using her, and she's just on Hostess of Banquet for some additional effect resistance. That's basically it. She's at 300 effect res. I don't think she's gonna get debuffed by anybody on that team. And last but not least, we have Elena. So Elena's gonna be great with her Celestine for healing. She's also on counter, so hopefully we can get some extra healing off of that, but she has some heals with her S2 as well, whenever she procs a non-attack skill against an AoE hit, like Abyssal Euphine's S1. So we should be good to go. We're going to kill the Karina first so she can't proc anything on us, and then we're going to slowly whittle away the Abyssal Euphine and then the Ocean Breeze Luluka. For the bottom team, it's another fast team, so Ron, Senya, and Lilius here. Can't wait for Senya's skin to come out. I'm so excited. By the time you see this video, it might already be out, the Epic Pass. But anyway, Zio's going to be here with Book. I don't need his book because, again, Leica's kind of dumb in that she's not a ranger, she's a mage. She can carry her own book. So we're going to try to push the Ron back. Leica's still the same as you saw before. So Speed Torrent. We're going to use her on the Senya, and hopefully we crit, but if we don't, it's okay. I want to see how much damage we do when we don't. And last but not least, we got Politis. So my Politis over here is 230 speed, got some attack, got some crit damage, a little bit of damage here, right? And she has some pretty decent effectiveness. So she's also carrying Book. Don't know if we'll need it, but hey, we have more souls for Politis to soul burn with, I guess. She is not on Torrent, but she is on crit set, so we'll see how it goes. So let's jump into it. Hopefully the Leica doesn't die here. Ron should get pushed back. And when we use Leica's skills, Lilius will pop her S2, Politis will kind of prevent her from pushing up and cutting us, and then we should be able to hit him back. That's the main issue with... Ooh, actually, who do we go for? Let's go for the Karina. But yeah, that's the main issue with something like Leica. She kind of suffers from Flitica syndrome, I would say. That sounds so ghastly. Flitica syndrome. But Flitica syndrome to me is essentially she doesn't take an extra turn. She gains combat readiness. Right? She gains combat readiness. She does not take an extra turn. Ooh, that defense break hurts. Let's cleanse that off. With this? And Celestine? Okay, but Flitica gains combat readiness with her S3, so she can get cut by things. People used to use stuff like General Purgus against her, right? When she'd S3, oh shoot, my Leafy's almost dead. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so Flitica syndrome is like, you gain combat readiness, you don't take the extra turn, so people can cut you in between your skills. So that's kind of what I'm worried about, and I hope that we don't get cut by the Fire Lilius. Did the Karina just counter into my Leafy there? Because that would be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible. She did. She countered into my Leafy, so I think we're dead. Are we just dead? I think we're dead. That is terrible. What the heck just happened? That was like the worst RNG I've ever seen in my life. I swear that team would actually work, but holy, what just happened there? Anyway, let's go ahead. This is not a Lethe showcase video, right? It's time for ML Leica. So let's push back the Ron. Alright, and then now let's use Leica here. I'm a little worried actually, because this Lilius looks like she's about to go. See, she gains 20% combat readiness, right? So she'll gain 10% because Politis halves it. I guess we won't be cut here, which is good, because I don't want her to cut and cleanse this target debuff. So we'll go with this. She gains some combat readiness, right? Because Politis gets to go now. Okay, and look at that. Even my own Politis ends up cutting my ML Leica here. So what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and soul burn into the Fire Lilius. We don't need any more souls. Let's just go ahead and soul burn here too. Okay, we did not stun her at all. Let's go for an S3. And then Leica's gonna S3 and then we should be okay. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, let's go for the S3 with Leica and get the increased attack buff. Typically you want your Leica to go first, and your follow-up units try to clean up, but... Ooh, Senya survives! Senya survives. Lilia survives too! But you know what? Look at Politis coming in here, cleaning things up. So Senya is now dead. That is good. Without Politis, I think we would have lost this one, honestly, guys. Oh, look at that damage! Okay, thankfully we lapped this Lilia, so that was not according to plan at all. The soul burns on Politis were kind of nice to kind of reset her passive by taking those extra turns. Without her, I think we would have been screwed. But yeah, this just goes to show that Leica, you need to really fine-tune her and speed-tune her, which I struggle with because I don't have a lot of fast DPS units. But getting cut is her biggest weakness. Okay, so the stronghold is actually open now, but I don't really want to attack this tower because it doesn't seem like a huge challenge. The units on defense seem a bit outdated. I think the last time Stronghold was attacked was 8 months ago, if I saw that correctly. So that's quite a shame. Oh no, Icarus, you fell to the same fate as I did. But let's go ahead and fight this tower here. I think this will be quite an interesting one, because both the top and the bottom defense teams are quite fun to go up against. So the first one's the Arwell, ML Landy, and ML Celine. Into this, I typically like to bring Flitica to reset the ML Celine, make sure that she can't really do anything with her S3. And we're going to bring in Midnight Gala Lilius for this Arwell, so we can crit through the anti-crit, and my main goal is to just get Arwell low enough so that we can proc her S2, so we can attack buff and push up the team even more. If Flitica pushes, Midnight Gala Lilius pushes and Arunca here will be able to take the turn. We can just go ahead and nuke down the Navy Captain Landy, and we don't have to worry about her anymore. So that's the goal there. For the bottom team, we have LRK, Destina, and ML Bologna. So into this team, Leica's gonna shine because Leica's typically not used in like speed contesting battles. I say typically, I know some people do, but ML Leica's really good against slow teams. She's usually drafted with Straze to kind of trap the opponent in draft. Their tank is gonna die. Either Straze S3s or Architect Leica S2 and S3s, and it's pretty much over. It's gonna be a 3v4 fight. So Leica here will be really good being used into this team because it's a relatively slow team, right? Some kind of standard bruiser team you'd find in RTA, and we can just nuke down this Bologna right off the gate, and we just focus on the rest of the team afterwards, right? So that's what we're going to try to do. The closer Charles here will be good for giving the attack buff. After we nuke with ML Leica, he should be pushing up his combat readiness, and then we can S3 and push up our Hua Young. He also attack buff the Hua Young, not that she really needs it. She just needs a little CR push because she's 200 speed. I'm afraid the Destina is going to be a little bit faster, so we'll get to push up right there and hopefully finish off the Destina as well to prevent the revives. If he ever gets to revive and gets that ML Bologna back, we're dead. So that's what we're up against right now. Let's go for the S3. It doesn't matter if we crit or not here to get the skill null. I just want to make sure that we reset this Spirit Eye Celine. We did crit, that's pretty good. I think we saw the increase, yes, 5 turn cooldowns there, pretty good. And we'll go straight for the ROL. Arunca got pushed up, but she would get lapped if we don't get another CR push. So there we go, Midnight Gown Lilias getting that CR push for the Arunca. Nice little attack buff as well, so we can go ahead and finish off this Landy. And our roll's low enough that I think the damage share would actually just kill her as well. Yeah, there you go. So only Spirit Eye Celine up now, and we can still crit her, right, through the anti-crit. We can actually strip the anti-crit here, not that it really matters. Let's just go for an S1. She's going to resist that, but that's okay. We can go for an S1 here, if we can get some bleeds. There you go. Arunca doing the work there. Very clean match. And for this one, oh boy, this is going to be fun. So, I'm going to Soul Burn. We're gonna go for the Bologna, right? This should kill, because we're getting attack buff. She's target debuff, which means she already takes 15% extra damage from target. Oh yeah, look at that, 29k damage. Closer Charles gets his perception buff. He's gonna come in here, attack. The Hua Young's gonna get an attack buff. And an aggro team like this is really where units like ML Leica shine. So let's go ahead and kill this Destina, because if we don't kill here, she's gonna revive and then we're screwed. So hopefully we do kill. There we go. Very, very nice. Now it's just LRK left, and I think we can handle that. Yeah, the Leica, normally you're not really getting a second S2 off. If she survives long enough, congrats. But really, really unlikely. So I didn't even bother moloing her, S1. But there you go, Last Rider Crown going down! And that is gonna be it for this Guild War, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know who you guys chose for your headhunt selector. I know it's been a while since then, but curious to know. ML Leica is looking pretty good, and I'm looking forward to using her in the future. So subscribe if you want to see more RTA content, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.